Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you with a new fanfic for you guys. And this is more of a fanfic to help me relieve more stress than I have been feeling for the past couple of weeks or so, due to family issues and financial issues as well. And it's one of the reasons on why I needed a break from my main channel. So yeah, any rate, this is Maker DxD, a Highschool DxD / Xenoblade Chronicles 2 crossover story. And personally, this is more of a story to help me through some things I'm basically going through, like I said before. I just need to make this so I can at least relieve a little bit of pent-up tension I'm feeling right about now. So yeah, any rate, in case you guys are wondering about this story, I'm mostly just using rare blades from that of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. None of the main story blades like that of Pyra, Mithra, Pandoria, Nia, Bridget, and Poppy either. Just the blades that you normally can get from the gacha system, certain side quests, and certain action, and also with certain, things that you find throughout the game. And that's it. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 1, Loneliness. Current in this world, the world of angels, devils, fallen angels, and gods, yokai, and many other supernatural creatures dwell within this world, and that's behind the scenes. Many humans do not know about these creatures, that they exist, mostly due to them looking more human than they do, and that's of illustrations as religions has basically showed them to be. But I digress. In this world, humans are given that of, special items that help them defend themselves from the supernatural, known as sacred gears. Unfortunately, nowadays, many sacred gear users are either used for the supernatural instead of used to defend themselves from the supernatural. It's a shame, but it can't be helped. It's just how the world works, where the strong control the weak, and the weak must subjugate to the strong, unless they grow strong themselves, which is easier said than done. However, that 13 sacred gears, known as the Longinus sacred gears, were created to either have the potential to kill gods or the potential to even help humanity grow even further, especially their wielders. One of the sacred gears, considered to be the third strongest sacred gear in the world, known as Annihilation Maker. In one timeline, it would be given to a young Italian boy that would use this power for the so-called preservation of humanity. But instead, this is not about him. It's about another boy, a half-black, half-Japanese young man, a boy who basically cares more about being by himself than socializing with others. He is just an introvert, that's all. And his name, Leon Takumi. Currently now at one of the most prestigious academies known as Kuoh Academy, in the town of Kuoh. Basically a large, small city town. Most of the entire town is considered to be the entire academy as a whole. But Kuoh Academy is basically that of an upper level school. It starts from that of junior high to high school, all the way to college. Because due to it being quite popular and bringing many people from all walks of life, it also became that of a boarding school. Well, most of the time, some people can live in the dorm system, or some can live outside of the dorms into the town of Kuoh, which a few do, given that many people grew up at Kuoh actually. Leon, on the other hand, was transferred to Kuoh Academy when he turned after 3 years ago. Kuoh Academy was once an all-girls school, even though it was also that of a boarding school as well. It became that of co-ed just about those years ago. Hearing this, both Leon's parents decided to send him to Kuoh to help him gain that of a higher education. Even though it was a once an all-girls school, many of the graduates, and those even who graduate from that of the college courses, become that of renowned businesswomen, now businessmen, after it becoming co-ed. Leon, on the other hand, didn't care about that. Personally, he'd rather if he didn't have to go to Kuoh. He would have preferred to go back to his old school, but instead, he couldn't. Due to his parents constantly always working, mostly outside of the country, he was mostly always alone, even throughout his time in that of junior high as well. If you were thinking, no, his family is not quite that rich, actually. They are wealthy and well off, but not as wealthy and rich to basically buy that of maids and butlers. After all, for Leo, he was mostly raised by people that were in that of their family. Keep it close to the family, after all. But after becoming 13, they no longer bother to actually care or help take care of him or look after him, as he looked after himself. During this crucial time in the moment, he believed that many people didn't care about him. They didn't worry about him or even want to see if he was doing okay or anything like that. Due to that, he was just mostly spent his whole entire life just alone, either watching anime, playing video games, doing a little bit of his own self-taught swordsman training and many other weapon training too. But it always just was the same. He was just alone, by himself. And once he came into Kuoh Academy, it didn't get any better either. Because of his mixed heritage, and Kuoh Academy mostly being that of an all-girls school, many girls saw him as quite handsome and wanting to know more about Leon. However, since many of the guys who came to Kuoh Academy were mostly all perverts and just continue to perv on the students, especially 3 students that enrolled into the school as well, just about that of the same year that Leon did, being the perverted trio. Many people had that of low thoughts of, opinions of the guys, especially Leon, given his African American heritage. However, he mostly just kept to himself, just always quiet, only spoken to when told to answer questions. But he never actually bothered interacting with anybody or anyone. It's not that he didn't want to. It's more like he just couldn't. Which is the curse of being an introvert, after all. Because of his introvertedness and his, shyness to talk to people and everything like that, you know how girls are. They love to create that of gossip and rumors. Some believe that, Leon is basically part of the Yakuza and considered that of a bastard prince, after all. Some even believe that he's basically a delinquent, given his right arm has that of a dragon tattoo, but it's not. It's just a birthmark in the shape of a dragon. And what really, somewhat unearths some people or either turns on some girls is that of his golden yellow eyes, which seems quite intimidating. However, even though the guy doesn't talk too much, many of the guys at Kuoh Academy Leon believes that he's better than everybody, believes that he's better than them, and that even though his introvertedness makes him seem somewhat creepy and somewhat unapproachable, he still has quite that of a fan following because of his looks and also him being somewhat mysterious as well, but which makes him quite unpopular with tons of the guys, especially the perverted trio. Due to this constant misunderstanding, many people believe that the trio is just constantly, are annoying Leon. But to Leon, he believes that he's being bullied, which in a way, it kind of is when he's just trying to mind his own business after all. And without any true support, and even from the teachers who don't even bother worrying about that of Leon after all, it's just, he feels like the whole world is constantly against him, no matter what. That's just how Leon Takumi sees himself, sees the world, and believes how the world treats him after all. Currently, right now, it's finally the first month in the new semester of Kuoh Academy. All of the students heading off to school, many of them just relaxing, and the day going by as always. And coming from that of the male dorm building is that of Leon, walking as always to his classroom, with many people whispering and basically looking at Leo. However, Leo, on the other hand, just doesn't even bother, as he just continues walking to school with that of headphones on, as however, but not really bother with everybody, as he just decides to put on that, as during his time, his parents send him that of new headphones, as these are basically sound canceling and full amplification headphones that allow him to listen to his music without any outside interference. He still needs to at least keep one ear open, mostly because, so he can basically focus and wondering when he needs to get back to classes or when he's crossing the street or anything like that. But on his way to school, though, it's so good to basically block out all of the rumors and people basically talking behind his back, which always made him a bit nervous and unnerved him quite a bit, due to them not even knowing who he is, but he can also blame himself for that as well. Arriving at a bus stop, he waits for that of the shuttle bus so students from that of the dorms can actually get to that of Kuoh Academy. The dorms are far away, are not as close to the school as many people believe they are, as they're actually near in that of the main downtown area of Kuoh Academy. Kuoh Academy, on the other hand, is basically massive, given that it has to hold that of two schools, one being that of the junior high school, the high school, and the college school as well. The college campus is basically huge, on the other hand, 5 times bigger than both the high school and the junior high school mixed together. But even so, it's mostly the high school that gets most of the main attention to Kuoh, after all, since the school is basically the face of the academy, which means many of the high schoolers have the most, have the most stress put on them, especially a certain student council president, whoever takes the position. And given that he's now a second year, he's aware of the person who's going to be the student council president this year, as no matter what he does, he can't get rid of her, no matter what. As the shuttle bus finally arrives, he soon gets on and heads to the back of the bus, focusing on just listening to his music. As the music that he prefers to listen to is that of, mostly J-rock and a little bit of J-pop too, but mostly love songs of J-pop. The reason being, it's way too personal. After a 15-minute bus ride, he finally arrives to Kuoh Academy, even though after that of 3 years of opening, the main gender of students is still female, mostly because there are already plenty of female students in both junior high, college, and high school, and soon when that of many male students and those who applied for the college and parents who transfer their students to that of the junior high school was still pretty small, even with more male applicants to the school and many of them transferring over. It's still pretty small to this day. But for Leon, it just makes more of a nightmare, given that how much he doesn't want to be around people. With then walking to the school, with then Leon not even bother listening to people. However, outside of his headphones, people began speaking. Hey, it's the Lone Prince, saying, "Hey, don't say that. He is definitely not a prince of Kuoh. He's definitely nothing like that of Kiba-kun." With them saying, "I don't know. I mean, don't you know about foreigner guys after all?" With then one of the girls saying, "But he's not a foreigner." He even said they even said the teachers and many people say that he's half Japanese. With it saying, even so, the guy is kind of unsettling, given that he doesn't really talk that much outside of class. With then soon many of the guys saying, "Just look at him," thinking that he's all king of the school. Saying, "Yeah, we don't need a king. We already have a damn Prince Charming. We don't need a damn king." Saying, "I don't know, guys. Do you think he's just, prefers to just be alone, not really a talkative or social person, to be fair?" With one of them saying, don't take that for example. It's just a damn act. He's just just like everyone else, just like all of us guys here. He's definitely a pervert. Possibly gotten into the school by riches, like a few other students here, and especially his parents' money. He's not fooling anybody with that shy guy act, especially with him being the tallest guy here at Kuoh. Leo is basically that of 6'2", to be honest. Currently, yes, he is the tallest guy in Kuoh, which is another reason besides his dark skin that also puts people on edge as well. With then, as finally arriving to the gate, he soon noticed it, smiling, saying, "Finally here. At least I haven't hurt anybody thanks to these headphones. I really got to thank Mom and Dad for sending these things. I'm just glad I have some time to just relax without hearing the gossip, putting me on edge as always." As finally going through the gate, with then soon having somebody grab him by his shoulder. But then Leo was actually surprised. Looking down, he soon sees that of a girl that comes all the way down to his chest, as she has that of short black hair, red framed glasses, violet eyes that's quite hypnotizing as well, and has quite the modest bust size. However, her hips and legs on the other side is another thing, to be fair. With then soon Leo finally removing his headphones, saying, "Shitori senpai, or I should say President Shitori, by any chance? I hear you finally got the position as student council president this year. Congrats, I have to say. And good morning, too." With then soon the girl known as Shitori, within the glasses wearing girl, couldn't help but sigh, saying, "Takumi-san, I'm good to know that you're still here at Kuoh, but do you need to be wearing? No, it's against school rules to be wearing headphones like that." Saying, Sorry, I have to wear them. To be fair, it's personal." With it saying, "It can't be that unless until the school hears from a medical reason from your parents. So I would need to ask you to put the ear headphones down or put them up." With then hearing this, Leo couldn't help but feel a little bit frustrated, saying, "She never changes." As Leon has always had to deal with that of Sona Shitori, ever since his first year at Kuoh, she's always been the one person that's constantly always around him, or always constantly trying to figure out who he is, to be honest. She's always asking about his grades, if he's properly being taken care of, if he's even making friends, or even possibly getting along with the students and teachers and not causing any trouble. It's almost like she believes he's going to do something bad to the school by any chance, just because of him being black and all, which is seriously annoying, especially given that he's half Japanese. So she shouldn't be this, suspicious of him. But honestly, he hasn't really given her any reason. But she hasn't given any reason on why she cares so much. Instead of the same reason as always, that she has a duty to as that of an upperclassman to make sure everybody is acting responsible. However, she always does it to him, always, which is really annoying. Within Leah, who can help but say, "You're always annoying," with her saying, "Excuse me," saying, "Sorry, it's nothing. I'll put my headphones back." As he soon puts his headphones around his neck, within him walking away, within many people, he begins to hear the gossip about him, that he'd been scolded by the president. Within many of the girls saying, at least Sona's keeping that delinquent in check. Within one of them saying, "But doesn't he look sad?" Saying, "Just an act, don't bother." As he continues to basically clench onto his school bag tightly, with Sona just continue looking at at Leon, then she's sighing, while basically greeting all of the other students back to Kuoh once again. Since this is the day back to Kuoh Academy, as the day goes by pretty quickly, rumors, gossip, basically many girls trying to see if they can get that of a boyfriend, some guys still wanting a girlfriend and all that. Basically the same old, what you would see for high schoolers. As for Leon, he basically grabs his things and begins to head back to the dorms, not wanting to get involved, putting back on his headphones so people doesn't bother him. As many female students began to walk out of his way, while some male students basically glare their eyes of death at him, as it basically puts more and more emotional strain on Leon. Then just continues walking, before not aware that somebody has actually been watching him. Unable to see them, however, what stands out the most is that of the gleam of glass's frame, and that of long black hair. They soon go over to a corner. As for Leon, continues walking out of the school, heading to the bus stop so he can go back to his dorm room. He began, surprisingly, through his sound canceling headphones, he begins to hear that of screaming. Soon basically taking off his headphones and looking around, wondering if somebody's in trouble. Soon basically narrowing his eyes in that of annoyance and somewhat that of miffed look on his face. As currently, the perverted trio, composed of 3 boys, a boy with that of glasses and black hair, basically that of, Ninshu Motohama, a guy that's basically able to measure a girl's, bust, waist, and hip size with a glance. A guy with that of shaved head, as his name is Jin Matsuda, and their leader, and the one that normally everybody kind of is more shocked that is a member of the Burrito Trio, given that he's not really that bad looking, plain, but at least not that bad looking, being Issei Hayato. And just as Leon was thinking, the perverted trio has always been that of an annoyance, not wanting to get involved with them, especially not being that of ridiculed, and basically being called tons of names from them just because they don't know a goddamn thing about him, or even bother to by mostly just glaring at him because of his mixed heritage. Soon seeing them running away from the kendo club, he actually, is thankful for the fact that they were basically caught peeping once again on them in the changing rooms, and believes this perfect time for him to basically walk away. With then soon, Leon couldn't help but mentally think, and say that of a thanks to those girls and their relentless chasing and beating for those perverts. Heading to the bus stop with at least that of 5 girls and that of 3 guys. As soon a few of the girls basically stepping away from Leon, with many of the guys just basically giving that of a scoff to him as well, with him sighing, as seeing their looks, he just doesn't bother as he still continues listening to music. With then soon he gets a notification on his phone, with then soon pulling it up and then seeing that that one of the shuttle buses for Kuoh has actually broken down for a bit, and it will take two of the buses had to make up for that bus's slack. Due to this, it will be that of a longer wait time for those to come back to the dorms. Hearing this, soon everybody couldn't help but sigh that of annoyance, with Leon on the other hand basically annoyed as well, until he basically opens up his phone map app, and then soon realizing the walking distance it would take to get there, and to maybe a 15-minute ride from Kuoh to the downtown back to the dorms, it would be that of at least that of a 25 to 30-minute walk, or possibly that of a 20-minute jog if he gets there quickly. With then soon Leon couldn't help but sigh, saying better this than basically being glared and being worried that I'm going to do something bad to them. With that, walking out of the bus stop and then soon heading out into the city, with then a few of the students that were at the bus stop began thinking, what's he doing, before then just shoving it off as none of their business, worrying about somebody like him. As Leon continues running back to the dorms while doing that of a light jog back at Kuoh Academy, currently in that of a pretty darkly lit room, as it has that of quite of a victorious, era feel to it. Surprisingly, it's actually the room of the student council, with Sona actually drinking a bit of tea while also doing her duties as student council president of Kuoh Academy. With then standing right beside her is her vice president of the student council, the 4th most popular girl in Kuoh, Tsubaki Shinra, and in the room being that of the other members of the student council as well, as they are doing their duties. With then soon Sona done drinking her tea while soon getting back to work, but then saying Tomoe, saying that she soon gets the attention of a girl with that of ruby-like hair, having that of a somewhat quite modest figure, at least one cup size bigger than Sona's, and she having that of a somewhat airhead appearance to her, with then saying, yes, Madam President, what is it? With then Sona asking, did you put in the flyer that I told you to put into that of Takumi-san's desk? With then soon Tomoe saying, oh, right, yeah, I actually did make sure to put it inside his desk. I made sure that nobody even noticed that I did. However, but I wasn't for sure if he pulled it out though. I kind of came straight here as soon as classes ended. Sorry, Miss President. With then soon hearing this, Sona couldn't help but sigh, saying, it can't be helped. You're more focused on doing your duties as that of a member of the student council. You're still new to all of this, Tomoe, even though you've been here for at least 3 months or so. With then soon looking at another girl, as she has that of pigtails and also that of brunette hair, and looks at least 1 or 2 years younger than Sona, as this being her newest member of the student council, who just started this year, being that of Ryuko, with then soon Sona saying, hopefully that not that Takumi-kun will make sure to use that flyer. Normally I would basically go straight up to him, but with then soon Tsubaki speaking up saying, Madam President, you don't want to cause any more trouble to his already damaged reputation as it already is. With then soon a girl with that short blue hair that goes all the way down to her neck, though, with that of a somewhat modest figure as well. However, what stands out is that she looks quite athletic, with this being another member of the student council, Tsubasa Yura, with her commenting saying, honestly, I've seen the guy from time to time, even though during our first year, he doesn't, what rumors aside, he's not really a bad guy. A little bit nervous and shy, I can even tell. He's jittery, even though he's one of the tallest students here at, Kuoh, and not only that, also bring up his appearance too, who's, if you think about it, is actually quite good looking. Do something about his messy black hair, and also his somewhat narrow eyes. He would be even more good looking than that of Kiba-kun, to be honest. With then, after saying that, soon another girl with that of brunette hair, with that of twin tails, with also, however, they're not braided, unlike that of Ryuko's, with it saying, I say it's blasphemy. Even though he is quite good looking, he is not on the same level as that of Kiba-kun. With then soon another girl with that of an elegant figure and has quite the bust size like that of Tsubaki's, with her snow white hair and sapphire blue eyes. Is she saying, quite well zealous there, Rii? Or is there another reason on why you say that? With then soon the third year student known as Rii couldn't help but blush. As for Sona, she couldn't help but sigh at the, antics of her student council members. With then soon, she's saying, even so, I still plan on talking to him. I plan on heading to that of the boys' dorm to speak with him. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go into his room, but if he would like, I can speak to him outside of the dorms. With then soon saying that, Tsubaki saying, Madam President, that might be even a worse idea than basically speaking to him on the side, or speaking to him here at the school. With then soon Sona basically raising an eyebrow, saying, why do you say that, Tsubaki? After all, we are also living all into the dorms as well. I can't ask him to come to the girls' dorms because it's that of illegal. However, I can go to the boys' dorm and ask for him. I don't see the problem with then soon. She finally mentally realizing the situation, within her sighing with that of a taking off her glasses and pinching the bridge of her nose, within saying, some of the times I realize it's stupid being that of a teenager, is it not? With then all the other girls couldn't help but giggle at the antics of their club president. With then Tsubaki couldn't help but smile, saying, yes it is, Miss President. But if you would like, I can make sure to keep an eye on him, or just use my familiar to do so, if you would like. With then soon Sona couldn't help but sigh, saying, that would be grateful, Tsubaki. For that, I will basically allow myself to do all the other duties as that of student council president. And I hope that the rest of you girls are also willing to take up Tsubaki's fair share of work here, with also her clients too. With then soon hearing this, a few of Tsubasa, Tomoe, and also Ryuka couldn't help but groan. As for Momo and also Rie, the two of them are accepting of the president's words. Tsubaki basically bows her head and walks out of the student council room, closing the door properly as well. With then, soon Sona can help but say, I spent almost an entire year keeping an eye on you, Leon Takumi. You were quite, even with you just showing up, you already radiate the power of that of a sacred gear. I don't know what kind of sacred gear it is, but it is something unique, possibly a Longinus. And if so, I will take it before Rias realizes it. Also, it is a good thing that Rias went after Hayato. She says that it's close to that of a dragon sacred gear thanks to that of Konako. But even so, dragon sacred gears are plenty, even though even the weakest ones, that of a twice critical and a minor absorption as well. But even so, a sacred gear that's already radiating quite a bit of power, even though it's quite suppressed as well, it most definitely may be that of a Longinus. I may not have enough pieces for it, but I will do whatever I can to get you part of my peerage. That is a promise. As then Sona looks at Leon's, school file, as it always seems like he's always the center of something, even though he's not really the one causing everything. With Leon, on the other hand, he's continued jogging through that of the streets of Kuoh, as it's being that of the late afternoon, with the sun going down and everything, as everything goes that of a great amber orange. With then soon, as he takes at least a little bit of a break around that of a stoplight, as he is at least that of 10 more minutes away from the dorms. With then, Leon couldn't help but sigh, saying, I'm almost there. Just a little bit further, and I can get to my dorm room, relax a little bit, and just probably watch a little bit of anime and do a bit of video game, and play some video games soon after. As for my schoolwork, I can do that early in the morning with my workout routine, as always. After saying that to himself, instead of basically jogging like he was before, he decides to just continue, walk this time. Within him internally thinking, only one more year of this hell left, and I can basically leave Kuoh. And sure, my parents probably want me to stay for that of the, for the college division, but like hell, I'm going to continue going to this hellscape of a school. Nobody fucking likes me. Everybody basically distrusts me. Nobody gives a damn about my well-being, not even the damn teachers. Hell, it's mostly because of my damn appearance, of my my African ancestry is dominant due to my mother. But even so, it's irritating. And yeah, I probably am to blame too. I'm so much of a damn introvert and so nervous of talking to people that I feel like I'm just causing more trouble than I'm solving and I'm doing, even though I'm not trying to. It's like my life is just nothing but a pain in the ass for not just for myself, but for others too. Maybe I want to change. I just want somebody to actually want to be around me, instead of just feeling like they just have no choice or they're too scared to do so. I just want a real friend to be fair. With then, as Leon basically thinks this, he soon continues walking. Within, he soon stops as he takes off his headphones with his music still blasting through his speakers before bringing out his phone and pausing, saying, wasn't there a lot of people here a little while ago? What just happened? Where did everybody go? As the busy streets of Kuoh Academy's downtown district has now been completely and utterly quiet, as With then soon Leon begins to hear that flapping in the background. With then soon saying, who's there? With then soon multiple black feathers begin to fall onto the ground. Within Leon looking up, and that of pure and utter shock, saying, what the heck is that? As in that standing up tall is that of a young woman wearing, as she has that of blue hair. Her eye, one of her hairs basically covering the right side of her eye of her face. She wears that of a leather red business suit that shows quite a bit of her cleavage. And a short skirt that also barely goes all the way down to her thighs, basically stopping midway, showing quite a bit of her having that of a quite curvaceous and somewhat seductive figure. With then soon she's saying, so you're even able to notice this. I thought you wouldn't last long with those headphones on, but you're more aware of your surroundings than you give yourself credit for, or rather, I should have given myself credit for. Personally, I'd rather kill you without you noticing, but now that you did, can't be helped. With then soon Leon internally thinking, kill me? She's gonna kill me? But what have I done? What did I do? And what the hell even is she? I gotta get out of here. I'm almost close to the dorms. Just a little bit further, and I just need to. With then soon, without warning, something was thrown behind Leon, as then it explodes. However, realizing it was going to, he soon ducks into that of one of the alleyways. With then soon, Calendar couldn't help but sigh, saying, he's seriously running. He's got the heart and the determination to live. I really don't want to do this, but I got no choice. Personally, I rather took in that job with Rainer with killing that other boy, but this guy, he doesn't seem half bad, actually. And besides, looking up his case file, I prefer the shy boys more than anything. It's really going to be a shame to kill him. With then flying, basically just hovering into the air, floating towards that of Leon. As for Leon, he continues running, but then saying, damn it, I was so close to the dorms. Wait, I'm almost close. All I need to do is just get around and possibly find somewhere to hide. After that, I can basically call the cops and tell them that, with then internally realizing, no way in hell the cops are going to freaking listen to me. They'll believe I'm crazy. Hell, I still think I'm crazy. I might be hallucinating. Hell, actually, this might be a whole freaking hallucination. I possibly ran into a car or get ran over, and I'm possibly just thinking things through to survive. This is all, but no way. This doesn't feel like an illusion, and my life isn't flashing before its eyes right about now. This is all too real. With then soon finding another alleyway, was about to duck into it. Before then, another light spear was chucked right at him, as it was about to skewer his stomach. He soon dodges out of the way, jumping out of it. However, it does graze his inner leg. Within soon, Leon couldn't help but wince in pain as he tumbles onto the ground and basically knocks into a bunch of trash cans onto the side, and then being knocked into that of a wall, into the side of the alleyway's wall. With then the young woman basically goes down to Leon. With then she's saying, you really had to run, didn't you? It would have just been easy if you just let me kill you. But I guess I can't blame you. If anything else, I think it only makes sense. You had the determination to live. You were pretty quick on your feet. And even if I was actually trying, you would already be dead. But you got potential. Shame, I really gotta kill you though. But to be honest, I'm more confused than anything. With then, soon, Leon is more terrified than actually wondering what she's doing. With then soon, she's saying, I'm more wondering why Lord Azazel asked for a kill order on you. You haven't lost berserk, you haven't gone berserk, and you haven't basically done anything that would cause a problem for Grigori just yet. Hell, I don't even think you awakened your sacred gear yet either. So I still want to know, why do we have to kill you? With then, soon, Leon saying, so why? Why are you trying to kill me though? I don't want to die. I haven't even made a friend yet. Please, I don't want to die. With then, Leon begins to cry and tear up, begging for his life. With then soon, Galanor actually feeling somewhat down, even having that of an awe look on her face. With soon placing a hand on Leon's cheek, on the right side of his cheek, with then saying, it's okay. I swear it'd be all quick soon. With then soon, she basically places his head right in between her chest, with then Leon actually blushing quite hard, with then saying, it'll be all over soon. I promise. At least when you, with then soon, being as then a light spear goes right through his back and through his stomach. With soon, he couldn't help but say, why? But why? With then soon letting him, as she's saying, just quiet down. It'll be all right. It'll be over real soon. With then soon, for a split second, his body finally goes limp. Noticing this, she suddenly lets go of Leon and placing him near the wall, before then snapping her fingers as the light spear disappears. However, instead of the wound gushing out from being ripped out, it just basically drips down from his wound from both the back and the front. With then Leon looking at her, but however, he's not able to move his body due to it now going through that of shock. With him saying, I wanted to give you at least some comfort before you die. But even so, I'm sorry. Really am, kid. With then soon flying off, Leon internally thinking, is this really how I'm going to die? No, I don't want to die. I really don't. Please, someone, save me. Anyone. I'll take anyone. Just please, save me. Begging for his life, soon, a dark-like substance begins to erupt from that of Leon's body, as soon it even begins to engulf the blood that was dripping down from his body as well. However, soon that black light, that black substance coming from him, soon turns into that of a pure white light. With then that light begins to emerge into something else. Two somethings at that. One of them, it almost looks like that of the female form. With one, however, soon their figures begin to finally materialize. One on the right side being that of a young woman, with that of somewhat that of green, blonde, green, light green, and dark green skin, with her wearing that of a military hat on her head, with also having that of glasses, and on the side of her, and on all her sides being that of massive arms that almost look it almost looks like that of flames coming from from that of where the shoulder blades would come from the arms. As for the other one, as she has that of a beast-like appearance, however, with that of snowy white fur, with that of a ginormous sized rack, actually, with also that of beast ears as well. If then soon weapons begin to that of emerge from both of them, from that of the girl with that of the four massive arms. She has she has that of what looks like a katana that made out of flames. And with that of the beast-like woman, she has that of a ball that looks like a snowflake. However, the flakes almost looks like that of energy blades coming from it. With then soon, the beast-like woman basically raises the snowflake ball up into the air. Within soon, it begins to emit that of a green-like aura around all of them, especially around that of Leon. With then his wound begins to heal, but still not moving. However, he finally opens up his eyes, with then looking up, seeing the two women, with then soon stepping back saying, please don't hurt me. With then soon one of them saying, Commander, are you okay? You had us worried there. With then soon Leon confused saying, Commander? With then saying, ooh-wee, hun, I was actually worried that wouldn't work, to be fair. I'm just glad that you're all right. And but you should do something about that wound, though. It'd be really weird to be walking around with that hole in your shirt and all that. With then soon Leon saying, what are you? Looking on where the wound was from the stab, he only feels his skin from that of his 4-pack abs. With then saying, what the? But I thought, wait, how? With soon finally getting a look of the two women, with then saying, who are you two? With then soon the girl with that of the massive arms, with her saying, personally, we do not know. We don't have a name, to be honest. With then saying, same here, hun. I don't have a name either. I think since you're the one that created us, you have the right to even give us a name, though. With then Leon so completely fused saying, what do you mean I have the right to give you a name? What even are you two? With then soon both girls come up and say, we're your creations. We're your monsters. With that, Leon completely is utterly shocked, saying, my monsters? With that, little did Leon know, this would be the start on how he would become the strongest sacred gear user known to man. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. Sorry that this wasn't a fully action-packed chapter. Well, not entirely sorry. I wanted to basically introduce that of, my self-insert OC, actually. I normally don't like to do a lot of self-insert stories and mostly prefer using that of OCs or characters from other properties, because I don't really do so well with self-inserts. I mean, look at myself from that of the Blazing Gamer. Hell, I basically went back to my selfish and somewhat manipulative personality that I used to have. And this is kind of my introverted personality, the one that I mostly am most of the time, actually. So basically mostly my true self, to be fair. What do you guys think? Do you think, this version of myself is a lot more better? Or do you like the manipulative, confident, and somewhat, already knowledgeable self-insert OC like that in the Blazing Gamer? If not, I won't change it, because that's just how it is. But if you guys like this story, please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. Also, like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Keep up to date my videos when I upload on the channel. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, Patreon, and Cash App. Hopefully, I'll probably put them down, the link in the description below. If not, then might need to go and check it out in my info page instead on the channel. So, with all that said, this is Leon Takumi signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all Take care.